All right, so I watched the movie Mickey 17 starring Robert Pattinson, and I'm going to review it. I'm not going to do a spoiler-free section because, to be honest with this movie, I don't really know how I feel about it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but like I don't really also know if I liked it. Like it was a okay movie, but I spent most of the movie kind of trying to figure out what exactly was going on. And of course, the movie does explain in a good way of everything that's going on. And I wasn't confused in the aspect of like what is actually happening in the plot. The plot makes sense, but I couldn't tell what kind of movie this was. Now, I watch on HBO, and HBO has it listed as a comedy and then science fiction movie. Personally, when I watched it, I didn't really get the comedy aspect. Now, of course, I didn't know that it was supposed to be a comedy when I went in. All I saw was from trailers before it came out saying basically, hey, there's duplicates of this guy, or they're like able to print multiple versions, and that's it. I don't like watching trailers. I feel like they spoil movies. So I saw that it was like there's multiple Robert Pattinsons, and then I stopped watching the trailer, and when we went on HBO, I didn't really read into what it was actually about. So seeing that this movie was supposed to be a comedy movie kind of threw me off because I spent most of the movie feeling bad, and I don't know if it's meant to be that way. When I looked up just the cast in general, it was described as a black comedy, which basically I'm guessing it's like dark humor. It's supposed to be like fucked up but funny in a way, but I just kind of felt bad for this guy because, and I don't know if they're going for this, but this is what me and my wife picked up is Robert Pattinson's character seems not all there mentally, and so he like is signing up for things and doing things that he doesn't really know the consequences that come with them. So it actually made me feel bad for this dude because he had no idea what he was getting himself into. But it doesn't come off as funny to me, and so I don't know if they're going for that or not. But another thing about this movie is I definitely think that they're trying to say something underneath the surface here. And it's probably very, very obvious to anybody watching, but Robert Pattinson in this movie is called an expendable. He is literally a person that can be printed out, so his death doesn't really matter because they can make another one. And so I think what this movie is doing is a little bit of class stuff and how maybe the 1% or like very wealthy people view people who aren't as wealthy as expendables and things like that. And maybe this movie's saying more than just that, but I don't think I'm qualified to talk about that. From what I picked up is Mark Ruffalo, he plays basically like the president or the leader of a research or a space expedition to make another planet habitable for humans is what they're trying to do. And they basically send Robert Pattinson down there, and he breathes in the air and it's toxic to humans, so he starts spitting up blood, and they basically reprint him out over and over and send him back on this planet so that they can figure out a cure to make it livable for humans. And they basically, it's fucked up. It's kind of fucked up. Robert Pattinson's character doesn't seem like he understands exactly everything that's going on or the way that he's being treated. Like, he's very thankful. I don't know. It's weird, but this movie, it's not bad, but like for a science fiction, which I'm big into like alien shit, like I love Predator and xenomorphs and stuff like that, and like even the aliens in this movie are kind of like blah, like they're like boring, I'm thinking like Predator, xenomorph, something like that, something real cool, and they're kind of just like roly-poly creatures with hair, and they're highly intellectual, and they can like speak and have conversation, which is pretty cool in that. And then you have some more stuff on the ethics of whether or not like human printing is ethical or not, or if it's okay or whatnot. And I don't know. This movie, I didn't hate it, but I didn't really love it, and I didn't really find it funny. Like I said, I found it more sad that this dude, like, again, I'll say, I don't know if they're going for this, but he seems like he doesn't mentally understand everything. Like, he signed up to basically never die, and then use him as an experiment for anything. And he, like, didn't read any of it, has no idea. The whole reason that he's fleeing Earth in the first place is because he took a whole bunch of money from this, like, mobster guy and to open up a macaroon shop. and his macaroon shop, along with Steven Yeun, who's also in this movie, his macaroon shop didn't work, and now he owes the mobster a lot of money. And it's like, again, some points made me laugh, but I don't, if this whole movie is supposed to be funny or like a dark humor kind of thing, I didn't really get it. And maybe that's just me not getting it. I'm going to keep this review quick. I don't want to waste too much time talking about a movie that I didn't really love. But I want to say that I am seeing the subtext here about higher ups and how they treat lower class, or maybe not even lower class, but how they maybe view people who are in different industries than them, or the people who do all the hard labor that they don't have to do. I definitely can see what this movie is going for in that aspect, but this movie feels more parody than comedy, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like more scary movie than like trying to be just a funny movie, you know. And again, I like parody. But this movie, I couldn't tell if it was trying to be a parody or a comedy, or if it was trying to be serious. And I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, so on my enjoyment scale, I'll go like 5. It's sci-fi. It's cool to see him, like, it's not cool, but like seeing him die in different ways, like they could have been more creative, but it's not terrible. There's also a romance plot between him and the I think her name is Naomi in real life, but the lady from Don't Blink, she's the main character in the movie Don't Blink, which that movie was actually really good. But she's like a kick-ass action, or a kick-ass like soldier, but there's a lot of cussing in this movie, and like I don't mind cussing. Like, I say a lot of cuss words like all the time. But this one, it felt so forced. Like, every single other word in her sentences were fuck. And it's like, okay, do people really talk like this? No, but it is what it is, you know. It is, but yeah, my enjoyment level of this movie is like a 5. It's so like in the middle, where a 10 is like I absolutely loved it. A 1 or a 0 is like I hated it. I didn't hate this movie. I like sci-fi. I like the idea of stuff like that, but the aliens were kind of lackluster. I kind of felt bad for him, and I don't know if it was supposed to be funny or not, but I didn't love this movie. But yeah, if you, I don't even want to say go watch it yourself, because I really don't know how I would even point anyone in the right direction to watch this movie. But yeah, thank you for watching my quick review of this movie. Have a good day. Thank you.